It's an issue in Brooklyn Center that has been discussed even before the fatal police shooting of Daunte Wright in April. That issue is police reform. And Thursday night, the city took another step. Brooklyn Center officials held a community meeting Thursday night to discuss how they're going to implement the various changes. As Elaine Cleveland reports, the city still has a lot of work to do.
Well, I want to welcome everybody to today's town hall.
Change rarely happens overnight.
We are moving forward with transformation because it is the right thing to do, and Brooklyn Center residents support that.
Especially when a city is trying to implement one of the most transformative public safety plans in the country.
This is really about adding more tools to our toolbox so that we can create a safer community.
Following the police killing of Daunte Wright last April, the Brooklyn Center City Council passed a resolution to create a new Department of Community Safety and Violence Prevention. The resolution, which was formulated without input from Brooklyn Center Police, calls for unarmed professionals to respond to mental health calls and be responsible for enforcing non-moving traffic violations. It also regulates the use of force and creates new departments and committees to provide oversight.
I'm not going to say that we have it all figured out. We don't. But we are taking some chances, we're taking some risks, and we're willing to make some mistakes so that we can actually do better.
Thursday evening was a chance for the city to recruit people for those committees, while residents got to hear from some of the key decision makers.
I think everything is a process. Change is slow. I think in the meantime that just starting this and having these type of conversations like the group we had over here, Group 4, not everybody agreed with each other, and that's great.
Clement Gibson was one of the attendees who supported the changes, but not everyone was in agreement.
No one has any respect for any city laws anymore, and it just has started since the police stepped back, and we have such few policemen.
How can we actually deliver a new Department of Public Safety? We need that spicy fire. Somebody who's a natural leader.
The city hopes to have the resolution fully implemented sometime next year.
So I encourage you to continue to learn, to be willing to listen to people that you don't always agree with, because that's what I'm doing as well, and that's what I encourage our council to do as well.
In Brooklyn Center, Elaine Cleveland, CCX News.
6 Crystal police officers were recognized Thursday night for their actions. Chief Stephanie Revering said that includes officers responding to a domestic dispute at home.
As officers were walking back to their squads, an adult female and her son ran outside yelling that the suspect had just pointed an assault rifle at them. The male was wearing full camo gear, a duty belt with an empty pistol holster, a bulletproof vest, and several rifle magazines. Sergeant Storrs and Har arrived and took command of the scene, establishing a plan to slow the scene down and develop a plan to safely arrest the male.
The officers resolved the situation with no one getting hurt, arrested the individual, and found several guns inside the house. 4 other officers were recognized for life-saving efforts, and 1 officer for stopping a car chase with 5 people inside the car who confessed to a number of bank robberies, assaults, and gang retaliation incidents. A new exhibit has opened at the Robbin Gallery in Robbinsdale. Neil Persley takes us there in today's Weekend Showcase.
Upon walking into Robbin Gallery,
what you see is a lot of energy.
Energy manifested in vibrant colors and geometric shapes and lines.
A lot of circles. I love circles, and tons of color. I like them because they kind of come alive.
Welcome to the digital world of Polly Norman.
I was a photographer way back when, and I did portrait photography and started to do fine art photography. And then I mixed in digital with the photography. And then finally I did just digital.
Polly creates all the images from scratch. She doesn't start with an image or a photograph. In a sense, it's just like painting in that each piece begins with a singular dot, movement, or stroke.
I really love design, and it is design, and it's fun to put together.
The interesting thing about abstract art is that it can mean many different things to many different people. In general, the emotions evoked are cheerful due to the bright and saturated colors, and energetic thanks to the lines and composition.
With abstract work, hopefully they find something they can relate to.
Sometimes just appreciating the image for the image is enough.
Yeah, I just love it. I love color.
There is nothing like seeing the pieces in person as you walk through the gallery. It's different than looking at them on a television screen or a device. Norman hopes you come away with just a few things after having taken in her exhibition.
Energy, a sense of energy, visual stimulation. I think there's a lot of activity.
Circular Migrations by Polly Norman will be up at Robbin Gallery through October 2nd. For Weekend Showcase, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Saturday will be 20 years since the 9/11 attacks. Communities across the northwest suburbs will be observing the anniversary in different ways. One of the observances involves the Palmer Lake VFW in Brooklyn Park. It's holding a Fall Freedom Festival, which is meant to celebrate our freedom, mark the end of summer, and honor veterans and their families. This year, there is a flyover at 6 p.m. City leaders will also be speaking to commemorate the anniversary. But most importantly, the VFW wants veterans to know they're not forgotten.
There are a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. You know, at the end of the day, the VFW is all about the veterans and their families, and we're here to support them. We know that, for a lot of veterans, they're really hurting with the latest events that have gone on, and we're here for them.
The festivities begin at 2 p.m. on Saturday, starting with a horseshoe tournament, followed by a barbecue at 3 and live music at 4. Students from Providence Academy kept up the annual tradition of coming together to pray and remember 9/11. This is a live stream from Friday's memorial event that Providence Academy has held for the last 6 years. The mayor, as well as members of the Plymouth Police and Fire Department, attended. Every year, the school plants 2,977 flags to remember those who died on September 11, 2001.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. The second week of the high school football season kicked off Thursday night for two local schools. Osseo scored a 41-0 shutout at Mounds View, while Providence Academy also went on the road looking for their second win of the year. Here's Jason Malillo with more.
Thursday night football. Let's go! Providence Academy on the road to face Spectrum. Freshman Stormy Knight fights his way to the end zone for a touchdown on the Lions' first possession. Big play here for the Sting as Max Foll with the hit and strip and Brandon Riddle with the scoop and score for a 14-7 Spectrum lead. The PA defense steps up. Logan Allers brings the pressure and the pass is intercepted by Osway Riley to set up a Providence touchdown. And they get another here on the pass from Jack Reller to Josh Mogini. Nice catch in traffic for a 17-yard touchdown and a 28-14 Lions lead. Then Jake Meisner gets loose, breaks a tackle, and rumbles home for a 20-yard score. Providence wins a high-scoring tilt and improves to 2-0. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
The Wayzata boys soccer team is currently ranked #1 in the state in Class 3A. The Trojans look to stay unbeaten on the season Thursday afternoon.
The Wayzata boys soccer team at home to face Hopkins in Lake Conference action. First half, and Aiden Wynn puts the ball out front. It's off the Hopkins defender, and Ryan Mahabadi scores. Wayzata leads 1-0 11 minutes into the match. Still in the first half, and Curtis Wagner with a great cross to Wynn, who scores. The Trojans carry a 2-0 lead on the Royals into halftime. Wayzata controls the match all night long, and Coach Dominic Duenas' team adds a second-half score as well. Wagner, a great header goal off the pass from Peter Melquist as Wayzata wins 3-0. The Trojans are now 5-0 on the season. Coach Justin Hegre and the Hopkins girls soccer team looking for a win over 6th-ranked Wayzata. And the Royals get a goal early. Avery Petty, a great pass ahead to Abby Hoyska, who beats the defenders and scores inside the near post. It's her second goal of the season, and it comes just 40 seconds into the match. Hopkins goalie Lucy Rock keeps the Royals in the lead in the first half. She knocks down the shot from Elle Novak and then covers up on the ball. It's 1-0 at halftime. And it stays that way until the final 8 minutes of the second half. Dana Brewer with a shot that slips through Rock's hands. Lily Nyer is there to take advantage, scoring for the Trojans. That ties the match at 1. No more scoring the rest of the way. This one ends in a 1-1 draw.
In Northwest Suburban Conference Soccer Thursday, the Armstrong boys faced a good Centennial team in what turned out to be a good but low-scoring match.
Armstrong boys soccer at home Thursday to take on Centennial. First half, the Cougars, Garrett Anderson with the free kick. It's headed to Amir Mansour, but his shot sails high and over the Falcons' net. Armstrong with an opportunity to score on their own here. Nathan Orr puts it on net. Rody Torres with a redirect, but the save is made by the Cougars goalie. Still scoreless in the second half when the Cougars win the race to the ball. The pass comes to a wide-open Mansour who scores, and it's 1-0 Centennial. Armstrong trying to get the equalizer, but the hard shot here goes wide. No scoring the rest of the way as Centennial blanks Armstrong 1-0. The Breck girls soccer team ranked third in Class A at home to take on St. Anthony Thursday. Early first half, a good scoring chance for the Huskies. Eileen Cardona with a shot. A diving stop by Mustangs goalie Eva Breland keeps it out of the net. No score until the first minute of the second half. Breck's Maggie Mixon with a shot that just trickles off the keeper and over the goal line and in. Breck takes a 1-0 lead. Later in the second half, St. Anthony's Megan Pritzbilla with a good free kick right to the front of the Breck net. Cardona heads it in for a goal. That caps the score, and the final in this one is 1-1. John Jacobson, CCX Sports. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.